Hello, I am Jeremy Heath, Black Belt Master with Aranda's Mixed Martial Arts in Sunset, Utah, and welcome to the Aranda's Mixed Martial Arts Distance Learning Training Academy. This is video number 2 for new students. In this video, we will discuss the history of our school's training philosophy, our belt ranking and promotion systems, as well as the need for discipline dedication in your distance learning training. So first, with the history of our school, we use Taekwondo as the base system of practice and then have added other systems of martial arts on top of it. Taekwondo originated in Korea in 1955. At the time, the primary style of practice in Korea was a style known as Taekwon. It's a rhythmic dance style that incorporates martial arts and self-defense techniques and philosophy within its movements. In 1955, two of the practitioners, General Chang and General Choi, asked permission to upgrade the system and make it more applicable to the needs of the time and the post-war era of Korea. They were denied the permission to do so, and they went on to form their own systems. General Chang formed the system that we call Taekwon. Now later, in the mid-60s, my instructor, Grandmaster Tyrone Aranda, he was a brash young man, and he had picked a fight at the site of a house that was being built near his house as he was growing up. And the young man that he had picked a fight with did not return the fight. Tyrone kept throwing punches and throwing dirt clods, and the kid just kept blocking and dodging and would not re-engage. And this infuriated Tyrone even more. Unbeknownst to Tyrone, this young man's father was standing behind him. And after a few moments, the father walked up to Tyrone, grabbed him by the shoulder, and I will relate what I'm told the father said. He looked at Tyrone straight in the eyes and said, "Tyrone, you like to fight, but you don't know how to fight. I'm going to teach you how to fight." That gentleman is Grandmaster Louis Trujillo, who learned Taekwondo in Korea. He then taught my instructor, Grandmaster Tyrone Aranda, and he continued on opening his school in 1978 and has been teaching ever since. I began my martial arts training in 1986. I lived on Hill Air Force Base in northern Utah, and myself, my older brother, and a family friend went off base to go to the candy store and buy some candy. And it was a hot July day, and we wanted to just relax. On the way home, we sat down under a tree to rest and eat some of our candy. While we were there, two boys, about 15 or 16 years old, came up to us and said, "Hey, give us some of your candy." We looked at them and said, "No, go get your own." One of them proceeded to pull out a knife, stick it in my left shoulder, and say, "No, give us yours." As a 9-year-old child, that was a little scary for me. Went home, told my parents what had happened, and my father said, "Well, he's always been interested in the martial arts. Perhaps it's time." I enrolled into the martial arts August 14th, 1986, and I have not stopped since. Now, in our school, we do not do tournaments or competitions, as the style of training and the application of techniques is significantly different from that of what is required for street self-defense. We practice and focus towards practical street self-defense and character development, the development of the whole person, in helping them to become a true warrior, not just a warrior with a fist, but a warrior with the heart, and a warrior with the mind, a warrior with their feelings, and a warrior to improve and increase the benefits of society. Within our school, we do practice 9 different styles of martial arts, and we do this so that we can use the strengths of one to overcome the weaknesses that the other will have. The styles are taught individually and as a combined system to allow the student to seamlessly flow between them during their training. And I will review. These 9 styles are Taekwondo, Kenpo, Hapkido, Kung Fu, Tai Chi, Jiu-Jitsu, Wing Chun, Muay Thai, and American boxing. Now, within our belt ranking system, everybody starts as a white belt and proceeds through the remaining belts as follows: white, high, yellow, high yellow, orange, green, high green, purple, blue, high blue, red, high red, brown, high brown, and then black belt. And within each of these belts, there is a belt striping system, so that as each student shows proper proficiency in the different categories within each rank, they receive or are awarded the stripe, showing to the instructor that they are ready for learning more in that particular category. These stripes begin with the red stripe, which signifies good grades in school. A B average or 3.0 GPA is required for any promotions. Next is the green stripe. That is necessary for flexibility and athletic conditioning, making sure that their body is in shape and that their strength is increasing, that they are applying themselves to their growth and increased abilities. Next is the orange stripe. That is our technique stripe, stances, punches, kicks, and the various things that go with those. Next is the purple stripe, which is the category for the basic techniques and philosophy of the style that corresponds to that rank. First, they have Taekwondo going into their yellow belt, and then American boxing, and so forth, with each of those styles being covered, each student being required to master proficiencies in the basic techniques and philosophies of those styles. Next, we have the black stripe, which is the category for katas and forms, blocks, history and philosophy of the martial arts, not just of our school, not just of Taekwondo, but of the martial arts in general and of the individual styles. Next, we have the blue stripe, which is for sparring. We do practice full contact sparring from the beginning, from the lowest ranks all the way up. So for those students who are participating through the distance learning classes, getting a bag that you can practice striking, kicking, and sparring on the bag will be necessary, as well as perhaps having a partner or a friend who has proficiency in the martial arts that you trust and that trusts you, that you can spar with, train together with, or have a partner that you're both participating in the distance learning class, so that you can then come up through the ranks together and continue to challenge each other. Next, we have the white stripe, which is loyalty to the school and service to the community. A proper martial artist is known as a warrior servant, somebody who is there, who is dependable, who is trustworthy, but who is compassionate in all things. Lastly, we have the yellow stripe, which is for attitude, integrity, and humility. Humility above all else, understanding the effect that they have on the people around them and working to improve the lives of those that are around them, not just through service, but through knowing when to help and when to sit back and let that person learn on their own. And lastly, discipline, dedication in your training is necessary. You will and you must be willing to allow your shortcomings to rise to the surface so that you can overcome them. If you do not risk going too far, you will never know how far you can go. So if you get injured, take time to rest. Consult with a medical professional if necessary. But if you tell yourself that you're going to do 25 push-ups, do 25 push-ups. You will never get strong in the martial arts unless you're strong in your mind and your heart first, which requires that you do not hold yourself back. You do not allow obstacles to get in the way. You make a decision, you achieve that goal that you have decided to make, and you stick to it. You do not hold yourself back. You do not allow yourself to be lazy, and you do not allow obstacles to get in the way. But you gain strength through this discipline, through overcoming of the difficulties and the obstacles, and you walk the path that is least traveled, especially in this world where difficulty means stop. For a martial artist, difficulty means opportunity for growth. Thank you for your time today.